22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Falcons and the Chiefs coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Mahomes now on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 60 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Edwards-Helaire. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Well, this defense for the Falcons. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a third and about 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end.
Now a carry for Walton. And some space here. Yeah, they're well past midfield. Shy of the 40.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Airing one out for Boyd. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll run. This is Walton. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Mahomes. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now it's Mahomes again. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On 3rd down, it's Walton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. Now hang on here. Oh, boy, an injury, and that's Cooper Kupp, who remains down on the turf. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Offside.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mahomes hit, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down, now they lose it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels. And
this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Foyesade American. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Coup for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And down to the 11. A big play there just before halftime. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Mahomes now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. As they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. They go play action here on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Walton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now a give, right side. Walton. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense. And that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Oh, such great concentration. They were going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side complete. That's Curry. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. We're back now in KC. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line. Here's Walton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. That catch good for only a couple. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Now an important to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A run by Walton to begin the drive. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by Galladay. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Walton. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Walton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go back to Walton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Mahomes' throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Mahomes to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play. And here we go. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Walton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 171 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on first down. It's Walton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Falcons, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.